Hello, everyone. I'm Rick Zanotti with Relate Corporation. And today, in our second part of our Windows 8 introduction, I'm going to talk a little bit about where things are that seem hidden. For example, some people asked me yesterday, how do you quit or shut down Windows? Not where you think. Anyway, in the old days, you would have it down here in the start bar, and there was a shutdown. Well, there's nothing on the Metro interface that allows you to easily shut down. You could do this. You could do Control, Alt, Delete, and that brings up your lock screen. You can lock something. You can switch users. You can sign off. You can change your password, and you can use the Task Manager. Well, how do you shut down? Well, that's just like the old Windows. If you remember, you had a power switch down here. When you click it, you can either go to sleep, you can shut down, or you can restart the computer. That's one way to shut it down. If I go back to the Metro interface, how do you do it here? There's nothing here that looks like a shutdown button. No button at all. So what do? Well, in Windows 8, you've got to think about your corners. Things happen in corners. If I come down here, you'll notice I get a picture of the desktop. That's my lower left corner. If I click it, I can go to the desktop, which is right now showing my Camtasia. If I hit Windows D, because I'm recording this in Camtasia, I see my desktop. I go back to the Windows key, I am back in the Metro interface. Now here in the upper right corner, you'll see that, you got to hit it just right. There we go. Here's our Lucky Charms. The first one is Search. This allows you to search your whole computer. Here's where you can share things with the internet or other users. This will bring up the Start menu, which we are in. That is the Metro interface. You can also look at your devices, and you can look at your settings. Now, if I go to Settings, here we go again. There's our power switch. I can click on it, and now we can again go to sleep, shut it down, or restart. So this is in two places. Not the most obvious, but I guess they don't want you to shut it down too quickly now. Now, in this settings, you can take a look at your network settings. You can look at your audio. If I click on it, you'll see that we're at full 100%. Sorry, I just muted it. I haven't figured out what this one is yet. Well, we'll take a look at that later. You can look at your notifications. You can turn them on, turn them off, do other things with that. And you can make keyboard changes. And here you can do changes to your tiles on your Metro screen. So that's what happens with those charms. Another thing you can do, people said, well, how do you search? I couldn't find any search. What do I just type, like in the old Start menu, to find something? Let's say I want to find Skype. Well, from this interface. Now, if I go here to, let me bring this down again. I guess it keeps wanting to come up. If I go to the desktop and I start typing Skype, nothing happens. There's no search there. But if I go into Metro and I type in Skype, as I type in, the letters come up and it goes SK is equal to either Skype or SkyDrive, which is like their Dropbox or Google Drive. That's Microsoft's version. So now I can go into Skype. It loads the program. And let me get out of it. Okay. I can search for, let's say I want to use Photoshop. And there's Photoshop 64-bit. There's the regular Photoshop. Now, 64-bit originally, when I first loaded the system came in second. And the minute you choose one, and it knows you've used it, it'll move that to the top of your search criteria to make it simple. If I click on that, again, it puts me into the desktop mode and launches the program. So this is all pretty simple. You don't have to really go to Start menus because they don't exist, but it's all built into the Metro interface to make it easy for you. As soon as this finishes loading, which is pretty quick, let's get out of that. All right, so we're out of that. Let's go back into Metro. Let's say I want to look for Word. Even though I have Word on my desktop in my Metro interface, here's my WordPad, and here is Microsoft Word 2010. Brings it right up. You notice it's pretty fast. Well, I have a fast machine, but it still is pretty fast in the way it runs. And that's how you would do searching for things. You can also bring up, again, your Lucky Charms over here. And you just got to get it right for them to come out. Here we go. I can also search over there. And notice when you do a search, every one of your apps that's on your machine shows up. There's a lot of apps. Not the easiest way to find things, but that's how many apps I have on my machine. So this is how you find things by the search criteria. Again, I can also type, I believe, in here. If I type in Skype again, there it goes. It immediately brings up Skype. It's actually pretty cool. I hit escape again. It brings me back one more time. Let me bring that down and bring this up. So that is how you turn off your machine. You can search for files, and you can move around between the different items. Now, I haven't played with this, but there is a way with your security to take a picture of yourself, and you can actually take a picture of yourself touching your nose or squinting your eyes or something, and that could be your password, your facial movements. As long as you have a webcam, it can actually check to make sure you're doing something right, pulling on your ear, poking your nose, whatever you're doing, and that will be your password. Kind of odd. I'm not sure how secure that is, but it would only work with your picture, your face, and I guess it is pretty secure, unless you have a twin brother or sister, in which case watch them carefully. All right, I'm Rick Zanotti with Relate Corporation. I hope you found this helpful, and believe me, Windows 8 is different, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think you will too. Have a good one, everybody.